Hey, what's up guys? I'm going to give you a quick run through of WordPress and getting started with it. And this is a blog or website platform to make your life a little easier. So I'm at wordpress.org. There is a .com, but you're going to want to go to .org and go ahead and download the package. Otherwise, your web host possibly has WordPress a installer for you, and that could be easier. So I'm going to do this on my local host. First I'm going to create a database and just call it WordPress and leave it empty. And the files we downloaded here, I've already gone ahead and dragged these in a folder, and mine's in Workspace WordPress. So I can go over to here, Workspace WordPress, and you have to have a virtual host running to do this, but I'm not going to go into that. So I'll first create a configuration file and pop in my database info. My username is root, no password, and that looks good. And run the install. I'm just going to call mine test. Everything's just going to be test. Okay, and install WordPress. Okay, and it's going to take us to the login screen. And test. Let's log in. And when you log in, the control panel might look a little overwhelming. There's a lot of stuff here. I personally am not a fan of this little WordPress blog here. I just minimize most of this stuff. And you can move your dashboard around if you'd like. The place I find myself in the most is under posts. You can click this little arrow next to it and it has posts. And there's also pages. Okay. Now pages are different than posts, and I'll show you. I'm going to right click the link up here, open in a new tab. And here's our website right now. It's pretty plain and boring. Basically, this hello world here, this is a post, like a blog, where they're updated a lot. A page is something that's more permanent, and I guess they gave us a sample page here. Nothing too fancy. And it's quite easy to use. You can just add a new page, and let's say about. This page is about us. And they've made it really easy for you to work in. Make things bold, make bullet lists, and you can upload pictures and do all that kind of stuff. I'll pop one in here. Go to desktop, and I had a turtle. Okay, and now I have a turtle. I can go down here and do insert into post, and now I have a little turtle here. Now if you're a little more advanced, you could also do HTML and do it by hand. And what you're going to want to do is you could either save the draft or publish. I'm going to publish it because I want mine to be live. Okay, and I can go back to my page and refresh, and I have an about here, but this is a post. I wanted this to be a page, so my mistake. This would be a blog post right here where people can comment on it and do all that kind of stuff. We'll go ahead and make a page now. So I'm going to add a new page, and this will be called about once again, and you'll see the difference. I'll go ahead and publish that and refresh, and this gives us a link up at the top for about, meaning this is more of a permanent thing. Your posts on the side, like if you get about 10 or 20 of them, they'll start being categorized into archives, meaning they are constantly changing. So you can manage your comments, appearances, and plugins. Your plugins, you're probably going to want to get a few of these. The appearance has to do with themes, and there's just tons of themes. Let's go ahead and check one out. I'm going to go to google.com, and I'll just type in WordPress theme. And WordPress.org has plenty of them. So let's see, I'll just download this adventure journal and go over here. And to install a theme, it's quite easy. Open up the little zip file, and in your WordPress directory, go to WordPress content, themes, and just drag the folder into here. And that's done. And now I can just refresh this page, and I have an available theme right here. You can preview it or just activate it. I'm going to go ahead and activate it, and if I go here I can refresh, and now I have all my same content with a different theme. Pretty nice. They do things differently, so it might mess up your layout, or you might just want to make your own theme. You can go to this layout right here, and sometimes they have different options. This one does. That's pretty cool. In editor, if you're more advanced, this you can edit your CSS. In my opinion, this is quite sloppy. Most of them kind of are. I don't like the way they name things, but you know. You can edit the PHP files if you know PHP and how things are laid out. And plugins, some of these that you're going to want to get on WordPress.org. Let's see, extend plugins. You're probably going to want to get something like SEO for search engine optimization. And to use these, it's kind of the same as a theme. You can just go ahead and download it. And once that's downloaded, in a similar directory, WP Content Plugins, you can just click this and drag this into there, close, and now we can go to plugins, and we have SEO Ultimate. We can activate this. And SEO, if you don't know what that means, it means search engine optimization. This one looks a little big for my liking, and sometimes they add a little panel down here depending on the plugin. Like if I activated Akismet, it won't put one on the side. So if I went to SEO, oh boy, yeah, there's a lot of stuff in here. This is a little bit big of a plugin. Users, you can have several admins and editors on a page. Right now we just have the test account. Say I wanted to add a new user, I'll just call him test2, and password I'll just say test. And his role, we can make him an admin, editor, blah blah blah, all this stuff, and I'll just make him an editor. And you know, they have different roles, like you can't delete stuff and all that stuff. So it's a pretty basic thing. There's a lot of tweaks you can do. There's an automatic upgrade feature. One thing you'll want to look at is right under settings, your permalinks. These can be helpful. You see how your URL says p = 123? It's probably a lot better to have something with the name in it, like sample post. That would actually be, instead of page ID up there, let's go ahead and save changes, and I'll go to about, and you see my URL up here is /about rather than $p = something. And there's a lot of settings. Let's say somebody commented on a post. I could go to, oh boy, I'm not a big fan of this theme actually. Well, you can manage your comments under here. You can unapprove, delete, mark as spam. If you plan on doing comments a lot, I really suggest using the Akismet plugin, or Akismet, under plugins, and this one. And you have to get a key from their website. It's free unless you have a commercial site, and this actually works quite well. And that's a basic overview of WordPress, and I hope this helped.